While Russian troops push closer to Kyiv, they are making the most progress in southern Ukraine. Today, Moscow claimed to have seized all the area around the strategic port city of Kherson, and Russians continue to strangle and starve Mariupol on the Sea of Azov, where Nick Schifrin begins his report.
In this city without electricity, you need a flashlight to keep the faith. The Turkish imam calls the congregation to prayer. They are all trapped in Mariupol. The faithful still here number only a few. And as Mehmet Yüce finishes, the shelling is close enough to feel.
Right now, our mosque is in the city of Mariupol, the place where we prayed every Friday until now, despite minor damage to mirrors, windows, exterior doors. This is the most adored, accepted building by the people of the region. It is seen as the most beautiful building in our city.
But as they leave to an uncertain future, their beautiful city burns. For 20 days, Moscow's made Mariupol's apartment blocks its battlefield of choice. For 2 weeks, residents have had no food, water, or electricity. And so medics work by flashlight on victims barely old enough to understand. It is impossible to understand for their parents. Anastasia holds onto one child especially tight because her other child was killed.
I don't know where to run to. Who will bring back our children? Who?
What will happen to the hundreds of thousands of residents of Mariupol who are still trapped in the city if that humanitarian aid isn't allowed to get in?
The truth answer that they will die by hundreds of thousands each day. Because we do not have more food, more water, we are dying.
Sergei Orlov is Mariupol's deputy mayor. He sent us photos of his city's destruction, the row of homes, the gutted hospital, the damaged car, despite the sign in the corner that says children on board.
A lot of mothers call and they just saying, hello, I have a baby on my arms. He is dying without food. What should I do?
After we spoke, Russian troops occupied this hospital, trapped civilians in the basement, and forced doctors to treat injured Russian soldiers. Orlov estimates 5,000 to 7,000 residents have died, many buried in mass graves. What do you say? What do you think when you look at the images from your city right now?
Terrible, angry, ready to kill someone who is doing this, so no emotion, frozen heart.
Today, what he hopes is a thaw. These humanitarian buses are still blocked, but Orlov says yesterday and today thousands of civilians managed to flee on informal escape routes.
It's not safe because there is no official negotiation and confirmation, but most of them were successful. But you should understand that they are going under shelling, they are going near mines.
When they flee, they head west towards Zaporizhia. That's where Russia has already seized the nuclear plant. In all, the think tank the Institute for the Study of War estimates Russia controls everything in dark pink. In Melitopol, Russians recently kidnapped the mayor. They are besieging Mykolaiv, and today announced total control over Kherson, where there is a normality of occupation. Russian vehicles drive by pedestrians going about their day. But there is also defiance. On Sunday, thousands of residents called Russians fascist occupiers. And after the gunfire, they yelled, "Go home while you're still alive." Mariupol is named for the Virgin Mary, and after Pope Francis called for the city's safety, a Ukrainian created this, Mother Mary as protector, with the message, "We will not give up Mariupol." And so they didn't give up. These women are the survivors of last week's massive bomb that destroyed a maternity hospital. It was a tragedy. This woman and her unborn child later died. But it was also a miracle because a pregnant woman who came so close to death this weekend birthed life, a relieved mother, a healthy baby named Alana. Another survivor, Mariana Vyshgorskaya, last week walked herself to safety before staring into the distance, dazed. She, too, is now safe. They named their daughter Veronica. It means bringer of victory. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Nick Schifrin.
Just a moment of blessing. The NewsHour's reporting on Ukraine is supported in partnership with the Pulitzer Center.